Maria, we spoke about strike rate. Interesting. Want to just take our viewers through. The BJP seat contested 110, seats 174. Strike rate was at 67%. That is a very impressive, strike rate. You had the JDU 115 seat contested, seat 143, strike rate 37%. You had the RJD seats contested 144, seats 175, strike rate 52%. The Congress, interesting, was a weak link when it came down to 2020 elections, because the Congress contested 70 seats, seat won just 19, and the strike rate stood at an abysmal 27%. Right now, we are also at a stage, viewers, that the allotment of seats, seat distribution hasn't quite happened, and a lot will depend in the state of Bihar on who is contesting, how many number of seats, yes, and where they are contesting from. And that could pretty much, give us a picture on how things will pan out where it comes down, where Bihar is concerned. Till now, there has been no political party, despite Prashant Kishore Jansuraj suggesting they'll be the first one to give their, list in terms of candidates. That hasn't quite happened yet. But what Maria was speaking of, and we'll bring in all our panelists back into this discussion where you look at regions. So 6 regions, Maria, that you were also talking about, that we've broken it down. Let's go one by one. Magadh is something that Sajjan was talking about. Magadh, 53 seats in the Magadh region. And the NDA in Magadh had won. The then NDA, of course, the dynamics look different right now. NDA then had won 22. The Mahagatbandhan at 31.
Preeti, a caveat, then NDA did not have Chirag Paswan.
LJP,
right
exactly.
Now, we are looking at an NDA with Chirag Paswan. That's why that number looks different.
And
perhaps
exactly. And a bit of give and take where other small regional outfits are also concerned. But, I just want to bring in, and I know, Dr. Syed Zafar Islam and our political spokesperson want to come in, but just give us like 5 minutes of self-indulgence when we get in our political analyst, where you look at, these figures. And both Sajjan and Manisha Priyam, I want to take you through that. Where it comes down to the Mithila region. Total number of seats, 42. The NDA swept the Mithila region, 30. The MGB stood at just 12. If you look at Bhojpur region, there you have it, which was a sweep by the Mahagatbandhan. Then the Mahagatbandhan, 40, and the NDA at 11 seats, others just 1. The Simachal would be interesting this time. The Simachal region has practically been, the spotlight when it comes down to the special intensive role revision exercise that has been taking place. Then the NDA actually won 12 seats in Simachal, MGB 7, and Maria, this is the role of the AIMIM, which also comes into the picture where the Simachal area is concerned.
And a word on MGB, Preeti.
Right.
The MGB of 2020 is the same as MGB of 2025. There's no addition per se which has happened in Mahagatbandhan. It is the NDA which has shifted, because NDA then did not have Chirag Paswan as part of the NDA seat sharing. Chirag was essentially a vote cutter playing the role of fielding candidates in JDU seats. So out of 105 seats which was contested by the JDU, it was Chirag Paswan's LJP which contested on the same 105 seats, and that is the reason why Nitish Kumar's overall strike rate went down so significantly that he became party number 3.
Let me give you a micro data on that, because 37 seats, LJP in 2020 had polled more than the winning margin. Maria, 17 of the seats were up against the JDU.
Yes.
But let's, as we bring in Manisha Priyam, I want to take you to the other 2 regions. Anga region, there, one second, there you have it. In NDA 16, MGB just 6, others 1. Tirhut region, because NDA 31, MGB, Mahagatbandhan 18. Again, the political map in 2020 looked very, very different than what it looks now. But Dr. Manisha Priyam, you were reflecting on the regions and how this is going to be a region-by-region election, not one state election. So multiple elections folded into this one massive 243 seat election in Bihar. How are you reflecting on it?
So I think the big question mark on the Mahagatbandhan is that areas of Madhubani have to be, these are very heavily populated, Yadav populated districts. The Y factor, also a lot of Muslims. Remember, they have their tall leader called Abdul Bari Siddiqui. I think the big question is, why did the RJD not do well in the last election in this area? I also feel that the Congress party had claimed because of their old roots, they would be able to do something. One didn't see that happening. So one needs to understand that the claims of the Mahagatbandhan then will remain limited to being upbeat in areas where they are in collaboration with or in an alliance with the CPI-ML, which is really the south central banks of the Ganges. In the Madhubani region, etc., one needs to see how they perform. In Bhagalpur, which is the Ang region, Shahnawaz Hussain, an important BJP leader from there. The Congress also had an important leader here, Ajit Sharma, whose daughter is a film star of some sort, drew a lot of crowds, didn't win the elections. Right. So I don't know where the Congress will perform well. I don't know whether the RJD will be able to get this area back to its fold. So that
Maria, the bigger question, Dr. Priyam and Maria, the bigger question, Maria, isn't it also how many seats will the Congress actually fight? But just giving our viewers a sense of what the last election looked like, where it came down to the vote share and seat share. Vote share wise, you have it, JDU party wise stood at 16%. A lot of that, as Maria as well pointed out earlier, had to be with the hit of the LJP. So we gave you the party vote share there. Take a look at the total number of seats, and this is how the chessboard stood. The NDA at 125, the India Alliance, the MGB practically at 110, others at 8. Others would include the likes of AIMIM as well. So this is what the seat share was. The vote share, NDA 37%, the MGB at that point of time 37%, even keel. It'll be interesting to note how it pans out this time. Others stood at 26%. Maria.
And that 26% is actually a significant percentage, almost like 6 to 7%, which was largely the Mahadalits voting for the LJP. But looking at what you're saying, and let me bring in Zafar Islam now. Zafar Islam, this is an important election for Nitish Kumar. You are yet to work out the seat sharing formula because, you know, even LJP, Chirag Paswan is wants to get a fair share in this seat sharing formula. The sense from LJP is that they could also walk out of the alliance. Can you afford a Chirag out of this alliance because he brings that 6%, the crucial 6% in this entire NDA vote bank or vote share arithmetic?
I think it's a mere speculation in your studio, or maybe a few people may be speculating about it. Nothing of this sort going to happen. He's part of NDA, and not only part, he's a very strong pillar of NDA in Bihar, and he will contest all the seats he will contest as part of NDA. So there is absolutely no question of him going out of the alliance.
All's well in the NDA?
Absolutely. Intact. We are intact, and we are going to upset this Mahagatbandhan.
But Dr. Said Zafar Islam, last time you contested 110 seats, you actually got 74 seats with a superb strike rate of 66%. This time around, because you're saying all is well within the NDA, murmurs are all is not very well where the pulls and tugs of seat sharing come into the picture. Will the BJP alone actually look at a figure of 110? It looks implausible in the dharma of alliances where it comes down to seat sharing, sir.
Well, we respect the coalition dharma. We are one political party who has always respected our coalition partner. Having said that, this is a poll arithmetics, and something which will work for the NDA is something based on that seats will be decided among the NDA partners. And I don't. But
you'll also extend all the necessary respect which is given to Nitish Kumar here, because he has been that crucial pole in Bihar politics, election after election. Look at 2010, 2015, 2020. 2015 being an exception.